Good evening, and welcome to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Whoa. One moment, please. Okay, welcome back. One moment, please. Check one. Can you guys hear me? Check one. Check one. All right, well, let's give it a go. Sorry for that technical difficulties. Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Thursday, July 30th, 2026, and we've got a lot to talk about tonight. First, let's get into some space weather stats. Our solar wind speeds are coming in at 314.9 kilometers per second with a density of 4.0, bringing the WWI to a 1259.6. So we've had an increase as solar wind and density has gone up since the last broadcast was on Tuesday. So, sunspots also have crept back up to 123 is the smooth sunspot number. We talked about this on our last broadcast. I did expect a little bit more sunspot numbers to go up just a little bit more because of everything. We saw that was coming on the northeastern limb and the middle part of our star. And you can see right here in this image that there still looks like there's some active regions here, possibly back here as well. So the common theme is going to be what we're seeing right now. But look at these sunspots directly in the middle, how the two bands are finally just starting to combine. This is the indication of we are heading into a minimum within months. These sunspots will eventually evaporate. We'll start seeing larger coronal holes in the northern and southern hemisphere of our star. So more proof for us, anyway, that I see about this cycle really wrapping up here and heading into a minimum quite fast. And you're saying, well, Jake, you know, we've gotten a CME of what was it, a 1.9 class solar flare. It came out of 4492, which I want to kind of talk about that for a minute. 4492 is actually, I'll show you where it is real quick. Whoops, wrong thing there. Having a grand old time. This is 4492. Watch this region here. That was the moment of that strong flare at 1700 UTC. But there's also something else I wanted to show you guys as well. I want to keep an eye on this because right now it's not really being talked about. They're only reporting on this first solar flare, but I want to show you guys something else. First of all, let's go over to spaceweather.gov products here, taking a look at this. Taking a look at the CME that's on its way. And when you look at this, in the top left-hand corner, no, that didn't work. When you look in the top left corner there, and you see this CME coming towards Earth, right about here, it's starting up just now. I'm working on the pointer, guys. Forgive me on this. All kinds of issues tonight. Interesting. Well then. Nope. About to give up on this one. So, point I was trying to make is that we are seeing this CME wave of energy coming from this CME that went off earlier. Right there is where it starts. Okay. And this is Earth. So the strongest part of that CME looks like it's going to dodge us, right? But just humor me for a minute. This is the GOES 19 CCOR1. This is relevant for a reason here. I'm not wasting time. I have had a lot of trouble finding video of this. I saw it earlier today when I was checking out the new spaceweather.com format. If you go on your mobile device, go to spaceweather.com, you'll notice that the format changed a little bit. Well, this image was on their site this morning. For some reason, it doesn't show this exact moment. So I have to hit the button by each frame here. And nothing crazy right now, but I want you to pay attention somewhere around 8 UTC. We see this right here. Just keep an eye on this. We have just keep an eye on this region right here. Things start to kind of, get a little funky here. All right. There you go. Like I said, around the 8 o'clock UTC time, we see things kind of get bright. Whoa. Okay. So at 500 UTC time, we have something that a flare event that looks like it's directed at this satellite. Is that Earth directed? I don't know. I'll show you guys one more time. Things are calm. 300 UTC, 450, 430, starting to whoop. Big energy coming from this satellite image, and then kind of calms down a little bit, and I'll show you the 1700 UTC, the one that's being talked about as an M 1.9. We start to see the sun charging up, getting ready for its next explosion. And here we are, the 1700, 1715. And by 1800, we see this as pretty darn close to a full halo. Pretty darn close. So, and this is what surprises me, that we're looking at instruments that shows that this thing is going to go south of Earth, and we're going to get the tail end of it. I don't know. That's a pretty long duration event there for a CME. For an M, a moderate 1.9, this thing is still emitting particles, pouring highly charged particles right now into space, heading towards Earth at some point. Say, let's go a 2-day watch. Let's say late July 31st or possibly August 1st, we could see an impact of a geomagnetic storm in the I'd say in the 2 area. G2, maybe G3. But I'm just trying to figure out, again, I'm not trying to be a fear monger here, but now you can see that this lens, there's artifacts in a way blocking the sun so we can get a better view. Otherwise, it would just be blurry all the time and we would never see anything. But this is interesting. And I was trying to tell Lee about this. He called me before the show tonight and was asking about, have I seen the Halo CME? And I thought he was talking about this one here at 400, 500 UTC. And he, I don't think he understood what I was saying, but look at that. Wow. I don't know. It could be just that the flaring hit the satellite at the right angle and it looks exaggerated than what it really is. We know these satellites get interference a lot, so we have to kind of be cautious about this, but I'm just showing what could be a possibility. We had something going on today with our sun. One more time and we'll move on. Wow. Bright. So yeah, interesting stuff. We're continuing to monitor this CME and tracking. You can see the plasma density does spike in a few hours. Density could reach around, it looks like 12.5 possibly. Right now we're at a 4. So with solar winds increasing, this is going to be our first time where we see a really high WWI, Wheelbarger wattage index reading. This will be a high one for sure. And we'll get to see that. It looks like, let's take a look. It shows me right here. How about that? Let's fast forward it. It won't let me fast forward. It's too fast. So let's see. This plasma is going to get here tomorrow late. 1 in the afternoon, possibly. That's pretty fast moving solar wind. Wow. So this thing's coming pretty quick. If we're expecting possibly 100 UTC time on July 31st. So possibly G1, maybe a G2, depending on how fast these solar winds are. The velocity of the solar winds and the increased density was going to bring a lot of energy to a weakening magnetosphere. Now, what it will do is it should bring cosmic radiation dosage rates back up. It should not go up. Like, what I mean is we're going to get less with this fast-moving solar wind and this CME, the plasma that is coming our way. But this is not even minimum conditions, but yet our sun is already showing us signals of what to expect in the upcoming grand solar minimum. And the good news is right now we have somewhat of a strengthened magnetosphere that can take these blows, but not for very much longer. All right, let's take a look at some more space weather stats. Looks like cosmic radiation is staying the same. No change in that. Of course, I'll give you the latest and greatest update once we get it. TSI, let's take a look at the most recent, the 3-month plot. It looks like we're over 1362.5 watts per square meter, and that is up from about a week ago where I started reporting on this, how the big dip, you guys see it right now, and that is going to happen. You're going to witness these little spikes, and it goes back up to where it's been. TSI is a very slow-moving factor. The output of it, how far low it's going to get, how far high it's going to get, it takes a lot of time. And we're not even in minimum conditions yet, but still we are starting to see signs of up and down weakening TSI, especially since right before July. Yeah, technically. So I'd say middle of June we peaked there. And then started dropping again and haven't really quite recovered. But it does look like it is trending up a little bit. So we'll keep our eye on those numbers as well. Now, I've talked a lot about cosmic radiations. And we showed an interview with Dr. Heinrich Svensmark, talking to Dr. Ronan Connolly and Dr. Willie Soon. and it was a good conversation. But I feel like I've been stressing cosmic radiation, and then lo and behold, right in my own backyard yesterday, these are the totals here in upstate New York, and this is closer to the southern part of the capital region near Albany. You see 11.79 inches of rain, and that's just a 24-hour period. It actually fell a lot faster than that. Areas where I live up in upstate, we still got close to 3 to 4 inches of rain, which is quite a bit for this area. Some localized areas of 5 to 7 inches were also recorded. Lots of footage to show you of all the flooding. First of all, this is not exaggerated at all. If I can get this video to play for us here. I wish I had the wheelbarger. Jeopardy music plays. This is the calmest of the videos that I've seen so far. But the water levels, as you can see, are pretty up high, and we don't see that kind of weather here in this part of New York. Here's some more video footage. This was just about an hour south of us. A little dramatic with the Army Jeep there. But you can see the damage here. Like I said, this is not usual for this part of New York. These raging waters tore down a barn. And actually this barn that they're going to show here in a minute, that one right there, that was over 100 years old. That's gone. I don't want to sign up. I just want to see your videos, please. Thank you.
Year flooding event. More than 10 inches of rain fell in 24 hours in Albany and the Hudson Valley. Swift water rescue teams were deployed to help others that were trapped
Again, Albany
in the
is about an hour south of me.
All across upstate New York, roads, homes, entire neighborhoods were underwater, and states of emergency were declared in several counties. You can see just what a mess all of this was. Rushing water shut down a major highway, causing issues for the morning commute as well.
So, let's see, we got more here. Just more of the same, guys. Look at that. That car is almost completely.
Where is it?
The basement flooded completely.
Submerged in water.
I mean, is it by the steps? Like how high up the steps?
Like on the fourth step.
Talking about flooded basements. Mari and I, we lived in Buffalo. You talk about some of the worst sewer systems in any state. I don't care, New York, Ohio. We got sorry, I lost my train of thought there. What was I saying? Flood in Buffalo. Yeah, we had issues where every time it rained heavy or had a lot of snow and it melted really fast, we would deal with about 2 to 3 inches of water in the basement every time. It was, and you know what? You don't live in Buffalo, too, by the way, without.
Grainger offers professional grade products, easy ordering, and
you don't live in Buffalo without a sump pump. That is one thing that I learned really fast. Your neighbors, yourself, everyone has it. So I can only imagine the kind of flooding these people are going through right now. Seeing the streets as high as it is, not a fun situation. But this is happening right in my own backyard. And it's just kind of crazy how we've been stressing a lot about cosmic radiation and how they act as steroids for water vapor. That's basically the best way to describe what highly charged particles do to water vapor and other air particulates. All right, Lee, thanks for stopping in and say hi. Yep, your show starts here in a little bit, about 10 minutes till that happens. Thanks again, KLW News, and your viewers as well for stopping by. We appreciate it. But yeah, that's what happened in New York yesterday, and there is a lot of things that I couldn't get to get for tonight's video. There's so much video footage to choose from, but yeah, pretty impressive stuff. This is not new to the Northeast. New York City has been going through some flooding similar to this, parts of New Jersey as well. So we have seen quite a bit of rain, and this is what we can expect during this super El Nino. And right now, we're just at the strong part of El Nino. We're at 1.953 above baseline. We're not even in the forecasted 3 degrees or 4 that we're forecasted to be. So combination, cosmic radiation, interacting with water particulates, and also let's not rule out the Canadian wildfires also contributing to the particulates in our atmosphere. And water vapor, cosmic radiation, and particulates, natural and man-made, will make their own weather systems. And I really believe yesterday's storm through the upstate of New York and western New York as well, it was related to the abundance of particles that we had in the atmosphere. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank our viewers for being on. Lisa Ann, Matthew McDonald, Mari in the chat modding, Rhonda, good to see you. Lee Wheelbarger, Nick Stinson, good to have you on the program. Storm Rider 66, Lisa B, Wood Spirit, and many, many others. We appreciate the support, guys. It's good to see everything coming back the way we remember it. We've got one of the best